For single, we have Prestor John by Animal Collective. They're going to release an album soon, so they have a single leading up to their album release. I've enjoyed Animal Collective. I feel like we've had to have done one of their albums on here, I believe, at some point on the
Yeah, I
podcast.
remember loving it. May have come out last year or the year before. I don't want to say last year, but there was maybe Bridge to Quiet was the EP or one of the lead tracks on it. But it was a really good track from Animal Collective. The entire yeah, that was the name of the EP. And that was like a 10-minute song that kind of capped out the EP. But yeah, Prester John continues that really good, like kind of continuous
Hmm.
jamming sort of aesthetic, a perfect like synthesis and blend of electronic sounds along with traditional instruments and that kind of coming together in this wonderful like indie continuous piece.
Yes, I mean, yeah, they've been killing it for a long time, and I really enjoy the track, and I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with this album because this is their first LP in 3 years, almost 4 years. So we'll definitely review it and keep you posted on that.
Yeah, Animal
And
Collective have
then,
always I was just gonna say Animal Collective have always been like on the edge of a lot of really major indie things. Or like there's just been like
oh, for
a
sure.
maybe not necessarily like on the edge, but they've just been like a really good like staple of indie music. And so
Yeah, I mean,
always
even
excited.
from like their first record of Merriweather Post Pavilion, like there's a lot of tracks on there that really set the stage for what indie was going to sound like for the next decade, even.
Yeah. I really can't wait for that. And
Yep.
yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Next single we have Psalm 102 by Semler.
Psalm.
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 Psalm. No,
Psalm.
Psalm.
Psalm. Okay.
No, Psalm.
Oh god.
I know obviously it's Psalm, but I wanted it to be fun.
This is a really interesting track. Semler is has kind of blown up recently as I think she got like number one on Apple Music's like Christian charts for a moment, which is very interesting because she's a very open and out lesbian woman, and a lot of
Hmm.
her music has to do with that intersection of her like religious nature with that like identity that she carries and she has, and it comes out musically in this EP that she recently released. Um, in just this really amazing way. We picked Psalm 102 from it just because that's the first song off of it, and you can get kind of like a really good idea of the range. It
Yes,
starts off like really, really synthy, but like there's
it
guitar in
builds
it.
and
There's like it
builds.
builds it's a really like um lovely like track altogether that caps off a really good EP. The EP is called Late Bloomer, and is another like 6 songs on it. And also shout out Semler because her name is Grace Baldridge, and we used to work together at TYT. And you've probably also seen her maybe online on a bunch of other things from like
Oh
Refinery 21 and
yeah,
stuff
that's
like that.
right.
Yeah, she was on
I
Pop
know
Trigger.
she
Shout out
is.
that with Brett Ehrlich, Brooke Thomas, a number of others. And
It's funny. That's why I was gonna ask because she looked familiar, whatnot, on her the EP cover.
yeah,
I was wondering,
um,
like, where have I seen this before?
we've been
That
given
makes
some
sense.
friendly shout outs recently and new singles recently, and so
It's really good.
definitely check out Grace's like yeah, her musical like work has just been building and building and building over the years, and I really like this entire project. And this is coming from someone who is very much not fall into any of the identity categories on this, especially not the religious category. I'm not a very religious person, but like this is done in a way and characterized in a way where it's not like hitting you over the head with anything that has to do with Christianity, and because
Mm-mm.
of her identity intersecting with it, it's a really interesting sort of interplay and response to it that is like respectful, but of like both like the LGBTQ identity aspect of it, but also the Christian identity aspect of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's really well done as a whole project. But Psalm 102 is the first song to get you in. And shout out Grace. You can follow her on Instagram at Grace Baldridge. Anyways, if you want to be shamelessly plugged on this podcast and the singles, especially if you have new music,
Yes, especially that.
email audioface at syndicate23.co. We are really checking that email address now. I will reiterate the singles rule. The same applies for submissions. We're only going to review one song if it's a single that is coming off of an upcoming project. If it's a standalone single, that's a different story. But if it's a couple singles you've got and it's going to be like a upcoming project soon, much like we don't want to participate in major artists like continuous release cycles, anymore. We're gonna try
Mhm.
to keep the playing field level for everyone else as well. So that being said,
Fair play.
continue to send us your submissions. Audioface at syndicate23.co for all of those things. For all the favorite music and all the stuff we're really like listening to, check out our 2021 AF playlist. You can find the link in the podcast or video description. It's a whole smattering of our favorite songs and music from the year 2021. Please check out our bonus episodes. I think I might just well, it's episode 156 bonus. I encourage people to actually take the action of going out into the archives and checking out that episode. You can get a kind of an idea of Kendrick Lamar and his musical history. We've got a really good sense that he's going to be dropping music sometime very soon, within the coming months, within the coming weeks even. So make sure you check out that episode 156 bonus. We've also done bonus episodes on Radiohead, Caro Bonito, Daft Punk. We really get into other artists' histories and things like that. Help grow Audioface, because Audioface is a growing. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AudiofacePod, and check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/audiofacepod. Rate us, interact with us, all those things make an actual difference in helping more people discover the show, and we really, really appreciate it. Power Report, we did a really good Power Report episode recently on kind of just the general news that's going on. As a panel episode with Sean and Bam of We Made a Podcast, and we were I love how on Skype, because of the blur thing, it blurred out your peace gesture as though it was an obscene gesture, and it kind of was, because it was like the reverse peace thing. um that's just a fun vibe. Special for the two people who stick around for the plugs on YouTube, who like watch it on YouTube. You got a
Mhm.
little fun treat there.
All
But
right.
yeah, check out Power Report, youtube.com/Dan from the internet. And thank you, Peter, for mastering episodes of
Yes.
Power Report and
Why, thank
Audioface
you, Petter.
to make them sound great. Thank you very much. Dead Music 666 on Insta, Dead Music Productions.